Welcome everyone to another episode of Industry Disruptors. My name is 𝗏𝗂𝗍 and this is 𝗚𝗵𝘂𝗍𝗲 NBE. Thank you again for joining us. Today we have a very special guest. He is a client of ours and also something very interesting about his background. 𝗏𝗵𝘂𝗁.
Hello.
Not the actual 𝗏𝗵𝘂.
No.
We still call him that. 𝗏𝗵𝘂. Shaun, welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. You alright?
Very well. Thank you for coming on our podcast.
That's alright.
Took you a while to get here.
It was about 2 hours.
No. I'm not
I
talking
know,
about
I'm
how
joking.
He doesn't get the humour.
Oh, shut up. Reason we wanted to bring you in is because you're a hoot.
Right.
And of course, we've worked together for a number of years now and we've become very good friends.
I like that.
And I thought, why not get on pals? Because it's fun.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to start way back, where you started from.
All right,
a little bit special. You're a dancer.
Yeah. So I've been a professional dancer kind of all my professional life. Went down to London at 18, trained, and then went into like a bit of musical theatre, a bit of touring, doing some artist work and stuff. Yeah.
And how's it been?
Yeah, it's good.
How well have you done?
Yeah, it's good. So I did a lot of stuff on TV. Danced for Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, JLS, Take That, loads of different people.
I'm assuming Take That, the revisited Take That, not the old school Take That.
No, it was revisited. It was good back. It's probably about 10 years ago now, though.
Yeah, they revisited about 10 years ago.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So that one. Yeah.
Not the 90s one.
No, absolutely not. No, but no, it was good. It was good fun. It was just prancing about for a living, so but carefree. It was lovely.
But I'm assuming that you must have travelled the world and...
Yeah.
Yeah,
we actually did the first hip-hop show at Sydney Opera House on New Year's.
Oh, wow.
New Year's Eve, so we got to watch fireworks on Sydney Opera House and that stuff one year.
That must have been amazing.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Awesome. And now? Dance?
So now I have a dance academy myself that I have on a weekend back at home in Redditch where I live. 𝗏𝗵𝘂𝗁 Dance Academy. We do hip-hop only, that's all we do. We've got about 300 kids now. Like, it's grown really nicely. Kids are great. It's a great community. Yeah.
And you tour with them as well, don't you?
With the kids?
Yeah.
We do shows around. We go different competitions and all that sort of stuff.
Correct.
But yeah, no, it's good.
But you did some stuff with the kids at Britain's Got Talent, right? Because do you remember I said to you, one of my clients' son
It was part of the academy.
part of
What was that?
your Britain's Got Talent choreography something. They got to the semi-finals.
Yeah, I think that wasn't mine.
No, it 100% was.
Was it?
Yes. There's a picture of you and his son that he sent to me.
I don't remember.
How much did you drink?
I didn't take my kids there. I might have been working on it with something else.
No, it wasn't part of your academy.
Yeah.
You were doing something on Britain's Got Talent and you were taking a picture with this kid who happens to be the son of one of our clients.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. I don't remember.
Just go along with it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes, it was very successful. we got to the semi-finals. I genuinely don't remember it.
Yeah.
I might have been dancing with somebody on it. I don't know.
Either dancing or choreographing or helping or
Yeah.
doing something. But
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff on The Voice as well at one point. That was
Did
pretty
you?
cool.
Well, hell, they just sing. They don't do any dancing on there.
No, but you have to attempt to walk from here to there.
Don't be silly.
You're a walk coach.
Not the whole thing. Just for the solos when they
You're
when
just
they
there
can't
going,
sing.
you walk in a straight line for 2 meters here.
Yes, that's literally what you do.
And they need coaching for that.
You sing the verse here, and the crescendo of the chorus. You move to there.
Wow.
And you get paid for that.
Yeah.
How long did that take you to get qualifications for that?
I've got a diploma in dance. I'll have you know.
I can't. That's amazing. On The Voice.
Yeah.
Just tell them to walk.
Yeah.
Walk there, bitch.
It's like
Sing.
the semi-finals when there's just them
Yeah.
before they get all their like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a little bit of that.
I'm in the wrong business.
That's incredible. Like, honestly, listen, my background is film. I have never ever come across that.
Yeah.
Never.
Literally, like you choreograph them because some of them literally just stand the whole way through. But you're like, right, okay, at this point in the song, turn to look this way.
You need to
the
look like
audience.
a
They need
human
a bit
and
of
not
like
a robot.
yeah, a
Right.
bit of freeing up a little bit. Half the skill is just to kind of make it, you know.
That's amazing. I guess in this kind of situation, like I take it for granted, like when I'm on film, I'm doing a movie or a TV show or something like that, they've just got markers everywhere for where the camera needs to capture you.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you kind of in your own mind as you're doing it, you just naturally just do what you need to do and hit your mark, etc., etc. Just accept but never have I had someone. Then you walk here, then you walk.
Yeah. The whole camera is scripted like to music, so you have a camera script. So every bar of music, every 4 beats, you're like, this camera's coming in here, this camera's coming in. So you've almost got to look at the camera script, make sure they're looking the right way, or if they're missing the camera at that point in the song, write that down. Right, you need to look at this camera at that point.
Gosh, poor guys, they must forget how to sing.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, you heard it here first. On The Voice, that's a singing competition. They have a walking coach.
Not walking, performance coach. Walking.
He tells them how to move their hands like this. Do you actually do that?
Be relational to the audience.
Do you actually do that?
Yeah. Why not? Well, yeah, you can do. You can. Like, I could put something.
That's incredible.
Put something a bit more umph into this bit. Use your hands. Bend your
I
knees.
feel like you've gone on one of the other episodes where I got really obsessed with the bats. This is.
Yeah.
This is
Do we need to move on from The Voice?
So anyway, how did you go from dancing to property?
Do you know what it was? It's quite funny actually, because I've done my ankle in, but 7 years ago, just as I think Sarah was pregnant with our first lad, I did my right ankle really badly. And
while dancing?
Yeah.
Did you do this while dancing?
I was playing football. But no, I was in a show and I did a flip and landed bad. It was really bad.
Did you break it?
No, it was cartilage come off. But I couldn't dance, so obviously I had no way of making money at the time. We had a kid on the way. Basically, I was scared. And out of fear, I was like, right, I need to do something to, sustain our financial future. And give us some security. So then I phoned a friend of mine, Tommy, friends him, wicked guy.
Oh, another dancer.
Exactly.
He does Strictly.
He does Strictly. He came second in So You Think You Can Dance all them years ago. We always basically did shows together. We've been working together for years. We're good mates. Yeah. And I said, Tommy, you need to help me, man. I need to grow up, basically. And that was it.
But you still haven't grown up, though.
Well, you talking about height? Because that's not very nice.
I can kind of relate though, because
The height thing,
100% the height thing, because I am very pocket sized. But you're in a career where it's, if you get injured, you could end your career. And it was the same as me, right? In sport, if I was to get injured, I was like, what happens? Because I had wrist injuries. Yeah. And I was like, if this goes, my career's over, and then what am I going to do with my life? And at the time, I was like mid-20s. So it's kind of how
I just didn't like the fact that my career and my livelihood rested on me being physically well. Yeah. Because I like football. Yeah. I get injured all the time playing football. So. Yeah. But yeah, so then I just spoke to him. I was like, you need to help me. And he was like, right, sent me on a little day course. I can't say names, can I? Because the first one I went to was shocking. But anyway, we won't say names, shall we?
You can have a defamation suit in a minute.
Yeah, alright, fine. Yeah. Anyway, did a masterclass 4-day course with them and blah blah blah. And they just hold back so much information that you make you go up to pay for the next course and all this crap. Yeah. But yeah, but I got the bug for it straight away, and I was like, okay, I see the future in this. I like this, and I just got stuck in.
Straight away.
Yeah, he invests in Scotland, so I used to I was like, Tommy, I'll pay for your flights, pay for your food. Let me just come with you. So
to Scotland.
Yeah, just go with him, just shadow him.
You just left your pregnant wife at home.
Shit. Yeah, not allowed to fly, are they?
No.
Yeah, and I just shadowed him, and he taught me. I basically just asking him questions all day long.
Yeah.
That was it, really. And I was like, right, cool. This is what I need to do.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I think you're very unique.
Thanks, mate.
As far as a client is concerned, because you're more about the deal rather than anything else. It's like, this is what is important to me, and like, for example, with me, working with me, you're like, right, Ajay, you figure that out, and this is what I want to do. Yeah. And you just figure out whatever it is, I don't care, just figure it out. Yeah. And it's very unique to have a client, especially a property investing client, that has that kind of mentality where the deal matters more than the finance. You don't care what the finance is as long as it works for that deal.
So what do other people do then? What should they be doing?
They whine and moan and complain and.
What about rates and stuff?
It's just like
rates.
I always say, forget about the rate, forget about the finance, right? Think of the product. Think of what you're trying to achieve in property. What is that deal? What's important about that deal? And then we'll get the finance for it. It's fine. So forget. It doesn't matter what finance you're given. If it's the best finance for that deal, you take it and you go, right? And that's how property investment should be. The problem is, you get your mate down the pub, or some Del boy down the road, or another property investor who just does everything wrong or illegally, that are in the ears of these other people. And these other people get these initial kind of thought processes that they're just like, that person got this, so I want that, and it's just like, you're just in a completely different wrong state of mind.
It's interesting that we said about the loan to values and stuff, because we've had a deal which basically we didn't take at the end because the loan to value was so bad.
Because the loan to value was 65%.
Yeah, it was 65, wasn't it?
Yeah. And you didn't take it. You're like, screw it, I'll just sell this one.
But it doesn't make sense to keep it, because the cash flow after you're doing that is just.
And I think a lot of it is far too emotional, and you don't tend to get emotional. You're very, very business minded, and I think that's why we
tell my wife that.
That's why we get on quite well, because you're just like, right, this is what I want to do, and I say, right, this is how you're going to do it. And it's like, all right, fine, let's do it. And then we just crack on and get it done. Whereas that there's a couple like you, but a lot of them, it's just like, I'm pulling my hair out.
It's interesting because something Danny said to me the other day, he was like, I'm quite good at big thinking, going, right, this is what I need to get to. But actually, sometimes my detail is not. I need to be more in the detail of stuff, which makes me think like what you're saying. I'm like, yeah, cool. Maybe I should be a bit more like.
Well, I don't.
Look at more the detail of the deal. I don't know.
To be honest, as far as the numbers are concerned, you're on point. When we discuss your the numbers are one of the most important things. So when we discuss your numbers, for me, if you're straying incorrect kind of way, I'm immediately just like, no, this is what we do. Like, we have very frank conversations where I say, no, that's not going to work, but this is going to work. I think you're maybe your detail for the demographic or which is great.
I like to get good people and just trust good people.
I think maybe the detail, when he's talking about detail, maybe he's talking about like the demographic of the area or the logistics.
We've had a few issues with that, haven't we?
So maybe that's more of the detail. But as far as numbers are concerned, mate, you're on point. Like you know what you're doing. You're when you're stressing your deals and your spreadsheets, not a problem, in my opinion.
Thanks, mate.
It's all right.
Have you been with us from the start, pretty much?
We
I don't remember being in Hearthstone and not having you as a client.
I had one broker when I first started. Do you remember in lockdown you did little things with him?
Comparison.
He's cool. I won't name names, but he was a really cool guy. But I think once we started scaling up,
very good advisor, not too savvy on the investment side of things.
No, he was always scared. I'd be talking to him about property investment, and he was scared of it. And it just made me think, like, if I'm trying to get you to get me products to help with the investment career, but you're too scared to like even think about it yourself, and it's something you think you wouldn't even touch. I'm like,
can you imagine going to him for a bridging loan?
No, he wouldn't. I think that's what first did it. He said he wouldn't do bridging.
It was just like, no, it's too risky, too expensive. There are a lot of advisors out there who still think this. But to be honest, I think it's very backward thinking. I think times have moved so far from...
Like that advisor on TikTok. Do you remember? So I was watching a live of an advisor on TikTok, and he was doing a live.
We do this for research purposes of how stupid some people can be.
And so like I'll watch as though I'm just like nobody. And someone asked him, do you do bridging loans? And he was like, oh God, no, I don't do bridging loans. And I was thinking, why not?
Well, it's the same thing. As long as the numbers you put in the spreadsheet, I know it costs a bit more, but as long as it works out still the same ROI.
I mean, if you look at that 𝗏𝗏𝗏 loan, they're at 0.84 per month, right? So what does that work out to be? Like 9 point something? Normal mortgage is like fucking 6%. So it's 3% difference. So what are you crying about?
Plus, you're probably only on it for like 4 months, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Shaun's not, but
normally
I like to leave it till the last day.
Normally, we're off that bridge.
11 months and 29 days, and then they'll pay it. I've done that before.
I
know you have. Yeah. But normally, 3, 4 months, 5 months, and then we're off.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I suppose it's the arrangement fees and stuff, isn't it? Just to take that into
2%.
consideration.
But but the mortgage has got 4%, 5% arrangement fees now, right? What's the difference?
Greedy bastards.
Yeah, you're doing a 6% deal or 5.5% deal with a 5% arrangement fee. 10.5%.
Yeah.
Right? On a 2-year fix, let's say.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
No. Yeah.
But even with that 2% arrangement fee, okay, it's cost you 2% plus 4 months of interest. So let's call that 3.4%.
Yeah.
Plus your 2%, 5.4% to get on a bridge, to do things correctly, to buy a property, refurbish it, and then we go on to a mortgage.
Do you think 3 months is realistic? I feel like
3 months to start the process.
I think even 6.
3 months, but you should finish a refurb in 3 months.
Yeah, then by the time you refinance.
No,
Yeah, it's like 6 months.
No, but we start the process in like month 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And by the time you're off is like month 6, month 7.
Yeah.
So it's just like, really, for like 5-6%?
Yeah.
For 5-6 months, 7 months?
I just think that you can do 2 deals at once.
You can do 2 deals at once, but also it's the whole point of, if a property needs a refurbishment, you can't get a mortgage on it. You need to get a bridge on it or buy it in cash.
Yeah.
And people.
Or if it's below market value.
Or if it's below market value, because lenders don't understand below market value.
Yeah.
So, but then we'll come on to your property investments today, and you've taken a bit of a turn in the way that you wanted to go from the beginning of last year. I remember that it was beginning of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember that phone call, and you're like, right, this is what I want to do. I was like, okay, fine, this is what you want to do, but it's basically you're working with a charity, helping those less fortunate and less able, to have somewhere to live. And you've pretty much done everything for that charity the last 2 years. I don't think there's any deal that you've done that isn't for that charity, right?
No, that's pretty much most of my portfolios with them.
So talk to me through that. What was your thinking behind that and helping these people?
I think it comes 2 phases really. The first is helping people less fortunate who need housing, and then secondly it's a lease, which is solid, a government-backed lease, which you know exactly what you're going to get paid every single month.
Obviously they don't pay as much, but
no.
it's a long-term thing that you can kind of just give to the charity and just leave them to it.
It comes from that mindset of me. I would rather take a little bit less, help people out, and also sit back then and not have to worry and get involved too much. They the whole talk about property being passive, it never really is passive. But I think when I was looking at what strategy I want to do, the reason why I came to this one as well is because it seemed like the most passive I could find. Maybe that's because I'm just trying to be lazy, I don't know. But no, they're the main 2 reasons why I kind of went into it. And I think it was just the fact of, at the beginning I was trying to do so many different strategies. I was trying to look at rent to rent, trying to do HMO, trying to do buy to lets, maybe looking at SA. And I was like, right, I got a bit of a slap on the wrist by my mentor at one point. He said, just focus on one strategy and get good at that one thing. So that was it really. So I just focused on helping the charity, putting everything with them with a lease. And I feel I've done that for a few years now, and I'm kind of like ready to take on a new
strategy.
New strategy, learn new stuff. I get excited about learning new things. So
I know we had that conversation about like semi-commercial and title splits and stuff like that.
I
still think we need to sit down and for 3-4 hours and go through that, and because I think that's kind of your next step in my opinion. Again, I just don't know nothing about that strategy. It feels like almost like a brand new school kid again. You're like, right, where to start now? I don't even know what to look for, but that's kind of like my next thing now is, right, focus on one other strategy, get good at that, and just plow through. And so the properties that every single property that you purchase basically needs a refurbishment. And I think that there's so many haters out there that hate property investors, and just because 1, they're either jealous, 2, they don't know how to do it themselves, or 3, they're just dicks, just generally in life. That's just life. But what I always try, I mean, it's a losing battle trying to explain to the haters why we do what we do. Yes, of course we make money, and there's no hiding from that, but it's still fucking hard work. But it's getting these disgusting, crappy properties into perfect condition, and providing homes for people who don't have homes.
Yeah.
That's like such a huge part of what this country needs.
100%. Yeah.
And people,
most of the properties that we take are from disgusting landlords.
yeah. So all these slum landlords that every landlord's a dickhead because of the slum landlords, right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, every single landlord that exists in life is a shit landlord because of those dickhead landlords.
Yeah.
All those landlords are now, they don't understand this business because of the way it's progressed so much that they're all dumping their properties, right? So people, they've got properties in their personal name.
Yeah.
The property's an EPC. Yeah. The property's an absolute mess and they don't want to spend 10, 15, 20, 30 grand to get it into a better condition for tenants. And if a tenant says that something's wrong with the property, they don't give a shit. They're like, I don't care, deal with it if you want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Those type of landlords are now coming out of the market.
Yeah.
They're dumping their properties. So that kind of the new generation professional landlords that are coming in are now picking up those properties to get them into the right kind of state. But we're still always consistently having that, oh, you know, you're a dickhead because you're a landlord.
Yeah.
And it's like, no matter what you do, you can't fight with them because they will always consistently say that you're a dick.
Yeah. That's anyone who's successful really. Anyone who's pushing forward with their career, you're always going to get haters.
But then I always think like it's just because it's a lack of understanding or a lack of education around that topic. So because if you gave them an opportunity, if you took a hater right now and gave them an opportunity to make lots of money with property, you think that they would say no?
No.
They would take it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They would say absolutely. How do I do that?
I don't really care about haters.
You don't.
Doesn't bother me whatsoever.
Yeah.
No. All that like online stuff or whatever you get,
It's amazing.
Doesn't bother me whatsoever.
It doesn't bother me personally, but it bothers me from the side of there's lack of education around, just in the UK generally, finances, property,
100%.
mortgages, taxes, like
100%.
Kids aren't learning that in school. And then if you don't fall into it, or you're not lucky enough to know somebody or meet somebody that mentors you or puts you into that kind of space, you just don't have that knowledge.
I've said this for years. I mean, so many other people have. I don't get it. I don't understand why they're not teaching that sort of stuff. Well, kind of do understand it. Also, you need to keep everyone employed and whatever else to keep everything going. But it's like when you have that light bulb moment, you go, oh, there is another way. Oh, there is a way to like use your money and make more money and 𝗵𝘃𝗃𝗃, make money whilst you sleep.
Yeah.
Which
is, again, that was the first thing that Tommy said to me. Read Rich Dad Poor Dad. That'll get you started. And you're just
well, you're not going to ever become wealthy if you're employed.
No.
Right, but the government's not going to teach that because they want them to
well,
be employed.
Depends how big your salary is. You've got a really good
but if you're always governed by somebody else, like even if you're on 250 grand a year, but that's your salary. So like, how do I get to £1 million a year? How do I get to £5 million a year? You're not if you're employed, right? Because if you reach the top, you reach the top.
Yeah.
I mean, my son's about to turn 7 and I've started taxing his pocket money.
Oh, result.
Because,
have you?
Yeah.
Gangster.
Extra bottle of wine every week.
I've started taxing it because around 6, 7 is when they start to understand like finances. And I was like, right, I mean, he's not going to get that education in school. And I want him to understand. Yeah. So I tax him just like £1. But like I tax him and say, this is what will happen. Yeah, right now he thinks I'm a right bitch. When he's older, he'll thank me because when he starts working, when he's 18 or whatever, when he starts his own business, then he's not going to be like, oh my God, what's this tax I've got to pay? Do you know? Because he's like, oh, I know that already.
Yeah.
What a gangster.
Yeah.
I think that's quite intelligent.
Yeah, it's very good.
I do have my moments.
Sarah talked to me the other day about something. I think for Christmas we need to get the lads a bank card. I think there's some child bank.
Yeah, I've just got that a couple of months ago.
Yeah. I'm not sure what it's called, but I think it's cool.
What did you get?
I'll let you know later.
What did you get?
What, the card I told you about?
Yeah, what was it called?
Go Henry.
Go Henry?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Henry?
That's what it's called, Go Henry. And then you can
It's like a Henry Hoover.
So you can get the card, the debit card, and you can put, because Jackson and we have the same son's name.
You got the same son?
The same
name.
Jackson.
Christmas self-name, you said that. Don't worry about it.
And then on the
what are you doing over here?
My foot's getting numb.
On the card, you can put Go Jackson. So it's Go Henry,
okay.
but so they get their own,
I
and
see,
you
I
can.
see.
So if they like football, you can have like a football card. Jackson's got a pineapple with sunglasses on because he thought it was funny, and then it says Go Jackson on it, and it's controlled by your app on your phone.
That's cool.
So obviously he's like 7.
You can pay with it.
Yeah. He just bought Cluedo the other day for the first
he?
time. He wouldn't spend a penny of his money because he's saving up to buy a house when he's 10. Apparently, need to let him know that that's not possible yet. Break his heart.
Unless he buys it in cash.
Unless he buys it in cash with his small amount
Well,
of
if he
pocket
keeps
money.
getting taxed, you won't have
Exactly. So we went to the shop and he bought Cluedo with his money, and like I showed him how to do the pin. Even though it's contactless, I wanted to do the pin and everything. Yeah. He loved it because he felt like really independent.
Yeah, that's cool.
about it.
Yeah, I love it when they start doing.
And then he
stuff
got
like
sad when he saw that his balance was like 0.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. We've all
Because
been
we
there.
all know that feeling.
We've all been there.
I swear I've been like minus 7,000 for the last like 20 years.
Yeah.
In my bank account.
Have you?
Yeah, because I
Probably talk about that.
I keep investing, right? So
Yeah.
anytime money comes in, I invest it straight away.
Yeah.
I'm either investing it in my children, or I'm investing it in property, or stocks and shares,
Or the football club.
crypto, or the football club. Yeah, absolutely. It disturbs me when there's money in my bank account because it's just like literally it's just devaluing every single day, and it just bothers me.
Yeah.
Some people think I'm crazy and stupid, but I mean, I don't. I mean, if I'm in desperate need of money, I can liquidate something within 2 to 3 days and it's done.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, or even my crypto account, I can access it.
What you liquidate in
immediately.
2 to 3 days?
I can liquidate my crypto account.
Oh, really?
I can liquidate.
I've not even looked into crypto. That's the whole thing. Like, I know it's probably not the podcast for it, but that whole thing.
Hurts my brain as well.
Yeah.
No, I can liquidate my crypto account like immediately. I've got a debit card with my crypto account, so if I need to spend something, I can spend it.
Yeah.
Like even my ISA, I can liquidate within 3 days. So, yeah, it's not the end of the world that I don't have cash in my bank account, but if it's not doing something for me, then it just bothers me.
Yeah.
I've had it just drummed into me from little. I think I kind of drummed it into myself that your money always has to make money.
Yeah.
And you can't ever just let it just diminish by just sitting in your bank account.
It's a mindset thing.
Yeah, your family teach you that mindset. Right?
Do you know what? I think back, like obviously my mother's very entrepreneurial, my father was very entrepreneurial, and it was always business. And I used to watch them daily dealing with businesses.
Yeah.
My mum with property. I don't think they ever physically said the words, but I do remember my mum always saying, if you want to make something of your life, property is the way to go.
Yeah.
And I must have been 7. Like she's chucked me in the car and she's like driven me to one of our buy-to-lets, and she's doing the refurb, not the refurb, sorry, the end of tenancy clean.
Yeah.
Before I was like, and in my mind I look back and I was like, why don't you just pay someone to do that? And for her it was like, well, no, because I saved 300 quid.
Yeah.
So but when you're looking back to the 1980s, saving, well, I mean, it probably would have cost about 20 quid back then.
Yeah.
But when you look back at the 80s and you think, to save that money, to then use that money to go and do something else. So for her, she was always doing something.
Yeah.
But she also liked spending a lot.
Oh, I love spending.
Yeah, see, I'm not a massive spender
Retail
on myself.
therapy.
No.
I don't really spend anything on myself.
Just whiskey.
Well, a lot of that I get gifted.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, I saw your gift there.
A lot of people gift me whiskey because they know that I love whiskey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't spend anything on myself. I don't buy anything for myself, really. Apart from my car.
You haven't.
Football tickets.
Yeah, football
To a
tickets.
Real Madrid
to
game,
go.
maybe.
You want. I've never really spent. I don't think I've ever really spent on myself. I spend on others, and I spend on investing money.
You're like a
and all the
Steve
rest of
Jobs.
it.
His wardrobe's just the same outfit
Yeah,
every
is it?
single
Pretty
day.
much.
Really?
Yeah, I've got like
Just
5.
this every day.
I've got like 5 shirts, 5 jumpers, 2 pairs of jeans, 3 pairs of trousers, and that's pretty much.
Whereas I had to buy a new wardrobe the other day to fit in the clothes that I'd bought that I couldn't fit in the other wardrobe. So I just keep buying new wardrobes.
Room full of
I will adapt.
Yeah, so I mean, because it's just like I don't care. Like if you wore the same shirt, I don't give a fuck. What's it gonna do to you? What's it gonna do to my life if I wore different shirts? Like, who cares? So yeah, I got 5 jumpers, 5 shirts, 2 pairs of jeans, 3 pairs of trousers. Job done. End of story. Yeah.
Easy.
Men can do that. Women can't do that.
Yeah, they buy new outfit every time you have.
But yeah, I'm not. Yes. I've got 2 pairs of shoes, 1 black, 1 brown, and then a pair of trainers.
Nice. Good. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks.
That's really good. I'm so glad we went through that. Your wardrobe.
It's more the case of like for me it's about investing. It's about doing the right thing. So going forward, obviously you want to now adjust strategy. Obviously we've had a couple of hiccups recently. Yeah. And I'm going to touch on this kind of penultimately. Mortgage lenders can really fuck your life up. Yeah. And you've been you've experienced this the last what, 6 months, 7 months?
Start this year, wasn't it? It was January was the first one.
Was it January?
Yeah.
Okay, so 11 months.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Because mortgage lenders don't understand property investment.
Yeah.
They say they do, they don't. Underwriters haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
Underwriters are making 30 grand, 40 grand a year. And I'm sorry, underwriters who think I may be wrong, come and sit in a room with me and I'll educate you all day long. Underwriters who think they know everything under the sun, they don't. I sit there educating underwriters almost daily about property investment. Lenders, they're about credit, they're about risk, they're about analysts who haven't got a fucking clue about property investment. Half of them don't even own their own property, but they're decision makers for property investors. And it can have a very, very bad turn. And of course, you had that bad turn this year.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, it hasn't affected all lending.
Yeah.
But it's affected some of the biggest lending, i.e. your own personal residence.
Yeah, yes.
Which basically, because of a mortgage lender screwing up and not understanding what you're doing, you got into a position where you ended up couldn't buy your dream home for that reason.
Yeah.
And I want to touch on that. So we don't have to go into detail about it.
Yeah.
And we don't have to go the ins and outs about it. But that effect, that knock-on effect, what has it done for you, and where do you see yourself having to go?
I think this has been part of the whole reason why my whole strategy is now going to change, is because everything is down to lending, really, isn't it? If you can't get lending on the back end of these deals, then it kills you.
Yeah.
Going to be honest, we still don't really know the reason why some lenders don't like me.
Yeah.
I've got a good theory, and I think it's probably to do with age of finance.
Yeah.
That some lenders have seen that and gone, actually, now we don't like that, the goalposts have changed or whatever. But we still can't get an answer as to the reason why, but they basically just say, computer says no.
and this kind of goes on to the FCA, who also have major problems and flawed systems where they're talking about tipping off. So the reason that they're not... guys, you can't talk when we're doing this. You cannot talk.
You lost your train of thought.
Yeah.
FCA.
Hang on. For camera purposes, we're going to have to start this again.
All over again?
No.
From the top?
From this FCA bit. Yeah, so this goes on to the FCA and the problems that they have with the kind of the legislation that they put in place, where it's the whole tipping off thing. So a lender can't tell you why they don't like you because they're tipping you off. Yeah. It's bullshit, because number one, you're completely clean. You've not done anything wrong. You've not done anything illegal. Everything is legitimate. AML checks are all set. Yeah. You have evidence for everything. Yeah. But they won't allow you to present your case because they can't tell you what you've done wrong.
I know.
And I think this is where the downfall of this industry kind of really resonates with myself and a lot of people, and obviously you've been subject to it. How do you kind of... I mean, I kind of want to go deep into how you feel about it rather than the what has happened kind of thing.
I mean, kind of goes similar to like what we were talking about earlier about the mindset of it. Like, I'm not too fussed. I just want to get over and done with.
Yeah.
Like it stopped us getting the dream house, which was, we were gutted about that.
Yeah.
But now we're not. We're just right. Cool. That's done. Let's move on. But it's just trying to get to the end and the bottom of it, and I don't know. Them insinuating that you're doing something wrong when you're like, I'm not. I'm just doing everything that everybody else is doing. I'm doing the same as my mentors have told me to do for the last 7 years. Like, I'm not doing anything different. But they won't come and tell me what they don't like about me. It's almost like I need to get in a room with them. Can I do this? Can I get in a room with them?
No, they
just
won't
sit down and be like, listen, look at everything. Here's every bank account, every spreadsheet, every loan agreement, everything.
And that's the problem. I mean, obviously, you know how much I fight for you.
Yeah.
I fight for you more than I probably fight for anyone, because I believe in what you're doing and I believe in what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
But they just don't care. Yeah. They just don't care.
It's the whole transparency thing, isn't it? Like, I'm trying to be as transparent as I possibly can. Going, look, here's everything. But they won't be transparent as the reason why they don't like me, or for some reason one of them at some point has put some sort of mark against my name.
It's most likely a misunderstanding, or
someone has just not understood something and then just thought, well, that's wrong. And it's so frustrating, because if you just had one conversation, this could all be corrected. But they won't allow that to happen.
And as I mentioned, of them not having the understanding, like when I talked about underwriters not understanding property or lenders not understanding property, this is someone in credit who has basically looked at something, and because they don't have the knowledge of it, they've just said,
they get spooked by it.
Like, because it's the lack of knowledge and lack of understanding, right? Whether it's to do with accounts with HMRC, whether it's to do with angel investment and AML checks, right? If they don't get it, they're just going to say, oh no, right? But what the problem is that they don't have it in them to turn around and say, right, okay, let's have a conversation and try and understand this. Same with surveyors. Just arrogant assholes where this is my choice. I don't care what evidence you show me that I'm wrong. I don't give a shit. This is my point.
Have the goalposts changed though?
The goalposts
from back like a decade ago.
Yes, massively.
Like
massively.
It seemed like every textbook was raise Asian finance, go and get bridging, get lending.
It gets harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. Like every year, honestly, gets harder. We look at it from an advice point of view when we're dealing with mortgage lenders on a daily basis.
This year has been the hardest.
This year is 100%.
Dealing with underwriters, lenders, surveyors.
Angel finance is the biggest issue, would you say?
No. Could be anything. Could be anything. Whatever they feel like.
Yeah.
It is like, this year's probably been the hardest year from a lending perspective I've ever come across.
Really?
Whether it be as an investor or whether it be as a mortgage advisor. I've never seen a more difficult year. This year.
They're just more ready to say no than ever before type thing.
They're it's almost like, I can't even explain. It's like some lenders have brought in brand new underwriters, so it's like they've just got a tick box exercise. They don't like it, they're just sticking it. I mean, you saw the questions that we had from the was it empowered AI or whatever?
But that's because it was AI. One of the lenders they've integrated AI, which in some respects is brilliant. But when it comes to like looking at a bank statement, for example, AI is picking up this, like 10 points. That's their salary. That's their salary 10 times.
And then that's them.
But because they don't have a brain to think of the logic,
right? Okay.
And see from what we've keyed.
Underwriters would ask the same question.
Well, yeah, but if you've keyed I work at Sainsbury's on here, and then you've got a payment from Sainsbury's every month, a brain would be like, well, that's that's their salary. But AI is like, what's this big lump sum? What's this big lump sum? What's this big lump sum?
What, it just picks them out?
Yeah.
Really?
So then
So we're having to say, this is the salary 8 times. This is them moving money to their savings account once they receive their salary 8 times. It's just, I mean, this
is their OnlyFans account.
Basically. I mean, honestly, it's just it gets silly, and it has gotten silly.
It has got really silly.
You've got bridging lenders who are behaving worse than residential lenders. residential regulated mortgages are becoming easier than bridging lending.
Really?
That's how hard bridging lending is becoming.
Yeah, it's
because
really
these lenders
was like easy before, no?
Mate, honestly, like I would get a bridge in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, done, job done. Let's move on. Let's move on.
It's like a normal mortgage now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the point
It's
then?
worse. It's worse than limited company buy-to-let lenders. It's worse than residential mortgages. That's how some bridging lenders are behaving.
You were fighting for bridging a second ago, but now
Look, I mean, it's still the way to go.
Right. Okay.
Right? It's the only way you can achieve what you want to
It's
achieve.
just
so you have to do
managing
it.
people's expectations, because people still think that they can complete in a week, and sometimes you can. Right, it happens. We've done it.
Yeah.
But you need to manage your expectation, because if you think, oh, I'm going to go on a bridge and I need you to complete in a week or two, 9 times out of 10 it's going to take 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So bridging at auction now is not really a thing.
If you go to the right lender,
If you go to the right lender,
with the
it will
right
happen.
solicitor,
It'll
and
happen.
you yourself are on it with documents and stuff, then it can happen.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
whether
for
that-
something like a 28-day completion at auction, I always tell my clients, if you're going to do that, instruct your solicitors before you even go to the auction. Like, get that done.
well, come to us so that we know which lender we're going to go to.
Yeah.
And then instruct the correct solicitor for that lender.
Yeah.
To get all of the pre-stuff done before, so we know what you're trying to buy, what your max purchase price is, because we can always amend that if we get terms on it.
Yeah, the numbers we can amend.
Yeah.
But yeah, the deal, like if it's ready to go, it's ready to go. But yeah, some of these bridging lenders are preposterous. They're just ridiculous.
Well, yeah, one came back with like 15 points.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Like, you want their bank statements, you want their pay slips, you want their property schedule, you want to know proof of funds, then you want to know who's doing the refurb, then you want to know the website of that person,
And they want to know the rent on the back end.
You want to know the rent on the back end. You want 10 example deals that they've done in the past, and you want evidence of those deals.
Why does the rent on the back end make any difference to them?
No idea.
And then they'll be like, oh, we want to see. Wasn't that one that where you had where it was just like, the evidence of the work that this construction team have done, and they didn't give a
wanted
number.
10.
They didn't give a number. She provided 9 deals that they had done recently. They're like, yeah, we want 10, and she was just like, you know what, fuck off. And she just said, she went to a different lender, because it's just like you just, I mean, that's ridiculous.
mental.
I was like, don't ever contact me again. Blocked.
Yeah. Because it's just, and then these bridging lenders come running back and please bring us business, please. But no, you're a ball ache. You're difficult.
Yeah.
My clients don't want ball ache. My clients want simplicity, smoothness. Let's get the deal done and let's move on.
Yeah.
But finally, what next? What next for you? Dancing, property, both, academy.
Both.
Healing of your foot.
Healing of my
of your
foot.
foot.
Yeah, get back to football. Yeah. No, so property wise, I want to. I was saying to you there a second ago. I want to look to move quick, and just keep, like we said, keep reinvesting the money that's coming into the company now to really kind of snowball it now and build it. But I think strategy wise, I might just go back to basics and go to maybe buy-to-lets again, or I know we talked about maybe
Turnkeys,
conversion.
semi-commercial, title splits.
Which I basically need to get my head into it now and go, right, what do I want to do? I've got a buy-to-let I'm buying hopefully in a few weeks, and I've got a few more viewings next week when I go up. But yeah, I think I might go back to basics a little bit and just start building foundations again, and then do some sexy stuff.
You like sexy stuff?
Yeah.
I think you'll get too bored in the basic stuff.
I don't know. I like simple. I'm quite a simple guy. I like chicken and pasta almost every day. I like my football. I like chilling with the kids and have a little dance. I'm quite happy. So yeah, I don't know.
Do they dance?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Are they good? Are they part of your
Good, yeah.
academy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. They're
Have
pretty
you not
good.
seen them on socials?
No, I'm not very good on social. I need to get better on socials.
Oh, I've seen some
They
videos,
got some moves like Jagger.
Have they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah.
I need to get better at socials. I need to improve myself with that.
I know everything.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
As in, I know everything because I'm always on socials checking out what's going on in the world.
I see.
We should do a Hearthstone dance class.
Jesus.
Charity dance class. Hearthstone office.
No, I'm alright, thanks.
What do you mean, like breakdancing? Maybe the tango.
Oh yeah.
Could see you doing the tango.
Hips move.
Me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a little bit of Argentinian tango.
Yeah?
That's my thing. Yeah, I'd love to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome dance.
I actually don't know it.
You don't know it? So
He's not that kind of dancer.
there was a dancer on Strictly called Vincent. I don't know if you remember. Anyway,
I know Vincent.
He's not on there anymore. He used to. I think he was partners with 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 at the time. That was his dance partner. And they were very. He was Argentinian tango champion like years and years. But we were good mates, and we used to hang out like on the weekends and stuff, and go out and all the rest of it. And I always said to him, I was like, mate, you got to teach me. He was just like, no, fuck off. Not teaching you. You can find a woman to teach you. I was like, why? He's like, I won't have patience for you. I was like, damn it. And so I never learned. And then I moved to LA, and so that was that. End of story. Yeah. And then Flavia went and married Jimmy Mystery. And then she stopped doing that. So that was that. Yeah. But yeah.
I don't know who Flavia is.
Yeah, you're just sitting there like, what?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, you don't need to know who they are. I'm telling you.
Ah, good. Thanks.
Yeah, so you'll continue with that, but yeah, back to basics on the property.
I think back to basics, yeah. Just start building like that pyramid to talk about with the buy-to-lets. Just go back to the beginning, get to basics, get the ball rolling again.
The boring stuff is the foundation, though.
Yeah.
Like, you just get that, you know it's solid, it's working for you, and then you can go and do sexy stuff, but you always know you've got the foundations there.
What's the sexy stuff that you guys want to do?
I want to do developments. I want to do commercial to resi, conversions, maybe branch out into some commercial stuff.
I look at some of the headaches. That's what kind of puts me off. I look at some of the headaches that some of the people in the network are doing and having.
Oh yeah, it's a proper
I'm
ball
like, do I want that? Like, I don't know if I do. I don't want just the simple stuff. Just
I think it comes down to having the right people in place that you trust that can do what you need for you.
True. Yeah, true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll do one development, and then if it's a ball ache, I'll fuck it off. Just go back to buy-to-lets.
Well, that's what I see happening though. People go, right, I'm going to do this, and they go, oh, I'm not doing another church conversion. I'm going to go back to doing.
I love buy-to-lets though.
Yeah.
I just love them because they're solid.
Purchase, refurbish, refinance kind of thing.
They're predictable.
Yeah.
We're doing the flip at the moment.
We're doing a flip. I love a flip.
Yeah.
Should be completing next week.
Is that
Fingers crossed.
No, it's a 4-bed house actually. It's a really nice house.
Where is it?
It's on Stockton-on-Tees. It was built in the 70s and it still remains in the 70s as I'm buying it.
Still very, very dated.
But it's a really, really nice house. Like it could become a really nice house. So I'm just going to make it a bit open plan and just modernise it and
then sell it to someone for a beautiful home.
Someone's family home. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a couple of flips in my time. One of them I was like, oh, gosh, it's way nicer than my house.
I know.
Just move here.
Cool.
But thank you for coming on to our podcast,
Thanks.
Shaun Paul, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Very much appreciated.
Woo!
And thank you very much for tuning in to Industry Disruptors podcast. And we really appreciate everyone that tunes in, everyone that leaves positive feedback. The haters can fuck off. Thank you very much. But yeah, those of you that are positive and those of you that leave comments, please do keep doing that. More engagement helps us get out there more, to help educate people more and give people the knowledge that they potentially don't have. One thing I would say is if you do have any specific topics that you want covered on this podcast, then please do let us know. We'll be more than happy to cover those topics. And if you have any guests in mind that you want on here, please do let us know. And if you want to be a guest on our podcast, then please do let us know, and we can probably arrange it, most likely. But yeah, thanks for your time. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell for the notifications. We are every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. So thank you, and we'll see you again next time on Industry Disruptors.
Bye, bud.